Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today we will be talking about 5 tips that will help you build long-term happiness. My name is Annie, I'm a health and happiness coach, and I'm all about building my best life, living fully on my own terms, and getting the most out of my life. And I teach my clients to do the same, and today we will be talking about 5 amazing tips that if you start doing those, you will totally build long-term happiness. First of all, let me tell you what you might have thought about happiness. So maybe you thought that if you reach something, you will become happy. For example, you thought that if you earn a lot of money, if you will get a raise in your work, you will suddenly become happy. Or you thought that if you start traveling, if you get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, if you start a relationship, or if you, I don't know, quit a job, you will suddenly become happy. Those things are amazing, and I totally encourage you to do whatever you feel led to do. However, happiness is an inside job. Happiness is something that is very subjective, and it's not based so much on the outside circumstances. So let me tell you a story. I used to be a cabin crew. I worked for Emirates. I lived in Dubai. And all my life, I thought that living in a beach place, traveling the world will make me happy. However, at this time, I felt the most miserable that I've ever was. And I would not suggest that to anyone. So why did I feel this way? It was because I had a horrible relationship with myself. So my first tip for you would be work on your self-love. Give yourself some compassion for what you've been through. Acknowledge all those feelings that you feel. Don't guilt yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't be critical towards yourself. Don't be the worst critic to yourself. You know, at that time, I felt like I was the most criticizing person towards myself out of everyone. Like whatever success I would have, I would still beat myself up and I would feel really shitty about that. And that kind of created the horrible experience out of my life. That's why I didn't feel very happy. So I started working on my self-development. I hired a coach. I work on my mindset, and I really started building the self-loving relationship towards myself that I have today. Tip number 2, be mindful of what you focus on. So there is a part of your brain which is called reticular activating system. This part of your brain is searching of what you wanted to find. So imagine you want to buy a red car. You make your research about your red car. Finally, you choose one red car that you really love. You buy this red car, you start driving it, and suddenly you start noticing all other red cars around you. Why? Because your brain is suddenly seeing all those things that you were searching for. And you can use your brain very efficiently to build your happiness. How? By being grateful. I know sounds like a cliche, everyone is talking about it, everyone is saying be grateful, you will be happy, but this really works scientifically. So what I do every day, I list 3 to 5 things I'm grateful for. And I really feel those feelings of being grateful for these things. This practice really helps me focus on those things that go very well in my life. If you, for example, want to build more financial freedom, you can each morning make a list of 3 things that you're grateful for financially. So maybe there was some discount that you received yesterday, or someone paid for a green juice for you, or you got a nice salary, or at least some salary, right? And you are grateful for these things that you already have. Then automatically your brain will start searching for more of those. It's an amazing practice, and if you do it long term, you will program your subconscious mind to searching whatever you want to search. Tip number 3, build more healthy habits. So as I said, I'm a health coach. I help my clients build long-term healthy habits, and we work on nutrition, which are so important in your happiness. Especially as women, we really need to eat in a proper and balanced way to manage and maintain our hormonal balance. And it's very important to eat healthy and right. So focus on your nutrition, eat whole foods, eat the right foods, have 3 main meals in a day. Have regularity in your eating so your body knows that it will get nourishment at specific times regularly. Also, build some movement habits. I cannot stress enough how important is your movement for your happiness. As you might know, when you move your body releases hormones called endorphins, which create the feelings of happiness in your brain. And that's why we really need to have some movement at least 3 times in a week. It can be any kind of movement that you like. You don't have to push yourself to go to the gym if you really hate gym, but try to find some movement that you really enjoy. For example, increase walking. If you have a dog, you can walk your dog, or go up the escalators go up the stairs instead of taking the escalators, or go to a Zumba class, go to a dancing class. Ask a friend if he can be or she can be your accountability partner to go exercise together, or start a workout at home if you don't feel comfortable to go to the gym. You can also hire a trainer. Whatever works for you, do it, and just do small steps forward. So don't start from the get-go with 2 hours of exercise each day, because that's not sustainable and that would just create resistance towards any kind of exercise. So we want to start very slowly and slowly add each day, very slowly, baby steps, until you create healthy habits long term. Proper sleep is very important for hormone regulation and also your happiness levels. Tip number 4, focus on growth and contribution. So first of all, when you grow personally and when you have something that excites you, that makes you grow into your next level, this makes us humans happy. So find a passion that you've always wanted to pursue, or start studying the course that you've always wanted to study. Another way that makes humans very happy is changing the focus from our own depression, anxiety, unhappiness towards improving someone else's life. So have you ever noticed how you felt when you, for example, hold a door for an elderly person, or when you did something nice for your friend, when you bought a coffee for your friend, for example, or when you helped your parents with something they asked you for? Do you remember the feeling of satisfaction, like, oh my God, that feels so nice to help someone else and to make someone else's day better? This creates instant feelings of happiness. One of your practice or habit that you can build over time can be to give one sincere compliment to someone a day, or to do one nice thing for someone a day. Our last tip, the tip number 5, is to feel your feelings. So what I've heard a lot previously to my happiness journey, I've heard that I shouldn't be sad. I've heard that, I should always smile, that I should be always positive, that I should never have negative thoughts. This kind of approach created a scarcity mindset in me. So every time I would have like a fearful thought, or like self-criticizing thought, or anything that's being human, right? I would totally immediately start judging myself, and I would be like, Aneshka, you should not think these thoughts. That's horrible. You will deserve a horrible life. You will attract everything negative towards your way. And this created even more negativity in my life and more unhappiness. So I always say, feel your feelings, feel it so you can heal it, feel it in order to process it. So even though you have negative feelings, that's totally okay. It doesn't mean that you're unhappy. It just means that something happened in your life and you are a human being and you need to process it, and that's totally okay. And you are allowed to feel sad, and you are allowed to feel tired. You are allowed to feel whatever you are feeling, just feel it. Don't be afraid of your feelings. Don't bottle your feelings inside of your body, because you would just suppress them and they would come out anyways one day. So how about you just process them at the moment? Have a cry, have a therapist if you feel like you would like one. Have a coach. I am a health and happiness coach. Have some kind of practices that always bring you back towards yourself and help you process your feelings. For me, this is, for example, journaling. Or I really like to cry. It cleanses my entire body and I just release all the emotions that are stuck in there. Or I like to meditate. I like to go on a walk and kind of ground myself towards earth. Well, whatever. I have many exercises. Find what works for you. If you have no idea about any exercises, you can find a specialist or follow my channel. I will be speaking more about that. Don't be scared of your feelings and have a huge self-compassion and self-love towards yourself and towards the process that you are in. And know that it doesn't have to be perfect. And happiness doesn't mean that you have to be smiling all the time. We are living human life, we are having ups and downs, and there's a reason behind that. We are here to experience both the high and lows. So if we experience lows, we can then appreciate the highs, and it's all good and it can all be joyful. And yeah, just be very loving towards yourself. That is all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any other videos, and also let me know in the comments which tip you found the most helpful and which tip you want to do more of. You can also check links to my coaching. I offer coaching at the moment. They are down in the show notes of this video, and I cannot wait to see you another time with next video. Bye bye.